Hello. This is Ash Arts. Back after, I don't know, 5 months, maybe a little more. It's been a minute. This is probably gonna get all trimmed up. So yeah, I just spent the last 2 hours, 2.5 hours, from the looks of it, messing with my laptop, reinstalling Armory Crate to be able to put my laptop into silent mode with the fans, so there's no fan noise in the background, because I really don't like when the fan noise shows up. I don't know if it bothers you guys, but it bothers me knowing that my audio is not as good as it could be. I say this on a, $30 microphone, but we're moving past that. I do have a clock behind me in my room now for recording. Oh yeah, I'm moved back home from the dorms. I have a clock behind me in my room that I did not have before, and I'm hoping that the tick-tock isn't coming through the microphone. It doesn't look like it is on OBS, but we're not going to find out till I'm done recording. So, fingers crossed. Anyway, this video is going to be a little bit of an odd one. I'm not going to try to make it take too long, but basically I have like 3 hours worth of footage, half of it from January and half of it from March, that kind of needs scrunched together into a part 2 to the hardcore series. So, welcome back to the hardcore series. Here we are on our world. We are doing something right now. I'm not watching the videos. I don't know. This is post-recording Ash Arts here on Friday, May 30th at 3 o'clock, when I tried to start recording at 1. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm back. I should be good. We're gonna try to get a couple videos out before my birthday, and then I'm gonna try to release something in particular on my birthday. I gotta figure that out though, because I have not put in enough effort to decide what it needs to be. Oh, we also have a snoring dog lying down next to me, so that could be coming through the microphone as well. Anyway, while we're running through this, I figured I'd hit a couple highlights from my semester. What to start with? Oh, let's start with roommates. So, I think I've told a couple roommate stories already, but, I've grown up an only child, so roommates is not something I'm used to, unless you count the dogs. But, well, I guess there are some similarities. Yes, thank you for your input. But yeah, so the roommates have been fun. I've had 3. I share a bedroom with 1. So the way our dorms are set up, I think I've probably covered this before too. But when you walk in, you have kitchen, little living area, and then to the left and right there are 2 bedrooms. So the left has a bedroom and the right has a bedroom, and then each bedroom has its own bathroom. So I was in the left room with my direct roommate, and then across the way I had a set of twins. Honestly, it was a pretty good year, pretty good second semester, because I think I talked about this at the end of the first, who knows. I don't review my own videos and footage, because then I have to listen to myself talk, and I do that enough as it is since I talk to myself. But we had some fun. The second semester, I think everybody kind of got used to hanging out, got used to being roommates, so we talked more, we had some more fun. One of the things that we did was me and one of the twins are, I don't want to say pretty good, I want to, both like to cook. So we traded off making things every once in a while. So like he made a German schnitzel with a I always forget the name of it, but it's like an egg noodle, like a cheesy egg noodle. It's kind of what it was. And then had a pretty good gravy type sauce to go on top. It was all very good. And so for dessert, I turned around and made peanut butter fudge. And then, later on, he had made meatballs. like barbecue meatballs. They were so good. Using grape jelly and chili sauce. It wonderful. Just a frozen Italian meatball that he cooked within the sauce and everything. It was really good. And so I turned around later and I had made a skirt steak chili. If some of you ever go shopping at Sam's Club, or I think Walmart has them too, there's Easy Steaks. It's kind of like a pre-chopped skirt steak, although I think it's actually sirloin. Anyway, you cook that for like 5 minutes in a pan, and you got like a good cheesesteak ready steak. And I had made a chili with that using a can of Rotel and chili beans, and I layered it on top of rice and threw in a bunch of different seasonings till I was happy. And so like I was able to share that. We just kind of traded these meals back and forth, and that was nice. We had some fun conversations. We spent a night playing Mario Party. So like I really lucked into these roommates because I got nothing when I tried to do the whole roommate match sorting system of extreme annoyingness, where we had to set up like a dating profile to find these roommates. Yeah, I got nothing from that. I eventually lucked into one of the twins who had picked a room, texted with him, well, emailed to be more accurate, for, I don't know, a day, and then hopped into the opposing room, and then his brother hopped in with him, and I got some random guy who I ended up becoming decent friends with, and like we've been texting now about Marvel Rivals and stuff. So I think I really got lucky with these roommates. I kind of wish I could have, known people going in, but for the luck of the draw that I went through, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. And next year, one of the twins graduated, so we will have one open spot, but the three of us will know each other and still be friends going in. So high hopes for that. So yeah, that's some of the like joys or the pros of the roommates that I've gone through. On the flip side, though, I'm also going from a small town into a pretty big city to go to college. So there is a big shift that way where I don't have like the countryside noises around me. I have city life and street racing, and the amount of times I heard gunshots, little concerning. However, they're all pretty terrible shots. Must be stormtroopers out there, because I didn't get hit once. So I don't know what these guys are up to. But yeah, having to share that space all the time gets a little obnoxious, but you kind of get used to it. It wears on you a little, but it's not too bad. Going from there, cleaning. My goodness, being on top of cleaning was a little bit of a chore, because I like cooking, I hate washing dishes. So I had to force myself, every night I made dinner, I had to turn around and clean the dishes as I went and after I ate, because otherwise I just wasn't going to get them done. And then one of the brothers would wash them for me, and I'd feel bad, and I mean, I was very thankful that they helped me out, but like, you shouldn't have to do that. So cleaning was a little obnoxious. You're staying in a 2-bedroom apartment with 4 college-aged dudes. Things get messy. So, but yeah, I think that kind of covers all of that. What else did I write down as a good topic? I've been using Google Keep a lot to like organize things, jot down random ideas. I used it to plan my meals. I just opened one and I called it inventory, and I would throw in whatever things I had in the dorm for food. And so when I went shopping, I was like, oh, okay, well, I have this, this, and this. So let me grab some of this and I can make this thing. Very generic and specific, very, yeah. And I'll probably cut that. That was terrible description. Let's see, what was another fun part of the semester? Oh, I really got into using ChatGPT for things, like research and running through some of my programming assignments, going, hey, find me examples of this. Hey, I'm researching this, find me 5 sites that talk about it with links to everything. And I'm still rather anti AI on things. I don't like the idea of it being all over the place. Like, I hate that it's all over social media now. I don't need to open Instagram and be hit with meta AI. Talk to some AI of your favorite Disney character. I don't care about that. There is no point in this. But it's everywhere now. I don't want Google AI to be editing my photos for me. I don't want to cut this from the background or move my person higher up in this jump photo. No. No. It's unnecessary. It makes moments less authentic. You take pictures of things because you want to remember how they were, not because you want to glorify them. That's something that bothers me. But I got into using it for research purposes, and I've found it really helpful. When I would be doing my linear algebra homework and I'd get stuck on a problem. The textbooks aren't always as helpful as you think they would be. So I give it some information, I'd put in a prompt like, as a linear algebra student, I am learning about matrices, and I need to find the inverse of this matrix multiplied by this matrix. What are the steps I need to do to walk through that? And it would walk me through, step by step on how to do that. And I found things like that pretty cool and helpful. Especially when there's not a lot of great resources to go to. I worked a lot too, so it made it difficult going to office hours, which I do highly recommend. If you can make it to your professor's office hours, trust me, they want you to be there. They don't want to be doing boring paperwork stuff. They want to be helping their students. Most professors want to be helping their students. So go to your professor's office hours. Do it. It's worth it. Plus, they learn you by name. They're willing to give you some more leniency because they can see that you're putting more effort in than the average student. And that's a big deal, is that perceived effort, effort in general. But if they can see the effort you're putting in, a professor is more and more likely to help you get to where you're trying to go. And I had a professor who was all over using AI for coding and stuff. He would go through and have it write code for class. He would use it to summarize our textbook. As a small rule of thumb, if your professor gives you a textbook, a free textbook, whether it's a PDF copy or an online resource that's just a free version of the textbook, they are a good professor. That's kind of how it starts. But yeah, this professor gave us an online, I'll actually pull it up so you guys can look it up yourself if you're interested in operating systems and how they work. If you just Google operating systems 3 easy pieces, it takes you to a website called OSTEP. And on there is a whole textbook entirely for free with links into GitHub for going through different problems and examples and stuff. It's really well done, and but a professor that takes the time to find those things and give them to you, they're a good professor. So thank them, because we're polite people out here. Let's see. Other things from college. I'm gonna be honest, from going from high school to my community college, I stuck with band, and I was playing music, I was listening to music. I kind of miss it, because I gave up band because they weren't going to give me a scholarship, and I was going to have to pay them even more money. College is expensive. And they weren't willing to help me because I wasn't a music major, which, makes sense. I get it. Prioritize your music majors for scholarships. But I kind of would have liked to continue band, and I kind of miss being around musicians, because for the most part, especially ones at that level, musicians are pretty good people. Um, back in high school, I was taking private lessons with this instructor, and so I would go to this little. It was like an office space that had been taken over by a bunch of music teachers, and so every little office space was just like covered in sound deadening, and there's music stands inside for whatever class. I left my. It was my favorite hat at the time, hanging up outside the room there. Left it, lost it, forgot about it. Like 2 weeks later, I was like, oh my god, where's my hat? I can't find my hat. Where is my nice hat? Well, I went back for lesson, and I looked up and I was like, is that my hat? Perfectly in place to where I probably left it. And so I looked at it and it had the same crack in the snapback that mine had had. And I was like, oh my god, I left this, pretty nice hat. Hats have gotten expensive. They're like $40 now. I had left this nice hat, and it was a limited run from from a baseball team. Here at this music school, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, that's not mine. I'm just gonna leave it here," until I was able to get my hat back. Like, just a small example of musicians are generally pretty good people. They're usually pretty friendly. Like when I was walking around campus, people would walk around with a music instrument. That is the easiest way you can talk to strangers. Oh, what instrument do you have? And then they're going to go into it. They're going to be happy you asked about it. Even if you know nothing about instruments, it will always make their day. And I would think this would be true for more people than just me, but making somebody else's day helps make my day. And plus you might learn something interesting about the instrument. Like I had spent like 15-20 minutes talking to a guy about guitars, because I saw him walking around with a acoustic guitar. And so we got talking about it, and I have an electric now that I've been slowly procrastinating and not learning. Yeah, I need to get on that, but just add it to my list of things to do, because that's a never-ending list. But yeah, so my train of thought has derailed, but I think I've kept talking in a fun and interesting way, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I am approaching 20 minutes though, so I do think I should wrap it up. But yeah, so this is gonna be, this has just been a little time-lapse video. I know it's a little different. Thank you guys for hanging out, checking it out. Hopefully you've made it this far into the video. I would like it if you did. If you have, leave a like and subscribe. Drop a comment saying hi, because hello. I will try to get this done and out this weekend. Hopefully to post by Monday, if not sooner. I'm thinking of trying to do Monday, Friday posts, where Mondays might be hardcore videos, Fridays might be something else. I guess I don't really have plans. I just got my computer set up, so still a little messy right now, but doing pretty good. I got a Pittsburgh Penguin LED hanging up above me. Looks pretty nice, using it as a recording light. Got my little Lego bonsai tree. I think I'm going to take a picture of my desk, and I'll post it online as like an announcement for this video coming out. So, I think that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I have no clue what I did in this video. I think I did some mining and maybe a little bit of building. Maybe, did I set up a chicken farm at the end? I think I set up a chicken farm, or the starts of one. So, be proud of me. I'm getting work done. Yeah, I mean, this took place in, March, but we're not worried about that right now, so don't you be worried about that right now. Anyway, thank you guys for checking it out. I will hopefully see you soon. So, peace. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. What's another good outro-y thing to say? Hasta luego.